up everybody, it's your girl here, Missi Kalo. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, thank you to all the subscribers I've got so far since I did my part 1 video talking about my divorce, but talking about my side and how I was feeling. Yes guys, I held a lot of details because I am protecting my children. Because children are involved, I need to make sure that they're protected in all ways, and social media is another way where it affects children negatively. When it comes to exposing private details, it does affect children mentally, and I'm aware of that. So I'm making sure that I don't go into detail what happened in my private life for the sake of my children. But thank you for watching this video. If you're watching now, this video is all about how did I heal from my divorce and the process of me healing. How did I go about doing it? I'm still healing right now, and I wanted to help many people who are going through divorce or are divorced and they're still in the process of healing, or they're struggling to heal. So this video is about how did I heal and what did I do after my divorce and where I am right now. So yes, so guys, straight after my divorce, couple of months later, because if you watch my part 1 when I spoke about me gaining bags underneath my eyes because I wasn't sleeping, and the effect was also university affected me, lack of sleep, and also I had bad habits anyway. I'm that kind of person, I used to sleep late. And because I'm working right now, I try to sleep full time, but I've got a bad habit. I love sleeping late and then going to uni, not sleeping at all, and then my divorce, I end up having bags, which I've got a video on my YouTube channel if you want to watch that. So after my divorce, couple of months later, I traveled to Turkey. It wasn't just for the surgery, it was also for me to try and sleep and recover the loss of sleep I had for 4 months after my divorce. So I wasn't sleeping. So guys, family, I have to call you guys my family right now. I slept like a baby. Oh my days, I've never had a great sleep like that for a long time. Imagine the children are away. Obviously you might be thinking I'm in pain. With my surgery, I was only in pain for like 2 days. The third day, it was more uncomfortable feeling because my eyes was more watery. But beside from that, I was not in pain. But family, I'm going to tell you right now, I slept like I've never slept before. I became like the Sleeping Beauty from the Princess Disney movie. And the bed is so comfortable. And imagine the hotel is very nice. I love my room, and I felt like I had the best room. I picked the best room. So yeah, and I was just relaxing near the pool, and obviously I walked around in Turkey. So I had a relaxing 6 days. And then when I came back, the first thing I did to help me heal, I had to go through my memory photo with my ex-husband. So I had to delete photos that will bring back memory, that will cause me to cry, that will cause me to try and go back to something I know is not good enough for me at all. So what I did, I deleted every photo. The only photo I kept of my ex-husband, it was any photo of him and my children, because that's their memory. I'm not going to destroy that. But anything with me and him, I deleted it off my phone. I waited about 6 to 7 months to throw away my wedding album. I threw away my wedding album. I think the day I divorced him, I deleted my wedding video. It was uploaded on YouTube privately. It was uploaded on YouTube privately, so I deleted my traditional and my white wedding. I deleted it because I felt like my mental state is more important than anything. So I got rid of that. I know some people hold on to the photos and the memory for as long as they can, but for me, I felt that was a step for me to heal, and I needed to heal. So the photo was the first thing to get rid of. I needed to get rid of that. And then I started to do more investigation about myself as an individual, and what does relationship means to me, and what does marriage mean to me, and what is God saying about me as an individual person and marriage. So the person that I was watching a lot after my divorce that helped me heal is Pastor de la Foi. If you're Congolese, you'll know about Pastor de la Foi. He speaks about everything when it comes to the Bible, about heaven, how God wants us to live to enter heaven, darkness of the Satan, relationship, marriage, relationship with your children, relationship with your community, how culture can be so toxic sometimes. He talks about every subject that we need to be aware of, but in Christ. So he has been a father to me since my father passed away. So I've gained so much knowledge with Pastor de la Foi. I've been watching Pastor de la Foi even before my divorce. I was watching him. I think I started watching him in 2022. Between 2021 to 2022, that's when I discovered Pastor de la Foi. I got to say, oh, Pastor de la Foi. He's a Congolese pastor. He preached only in Lingala. Guys, sorry, last time my video was making a lot of noise. It's like when I moved, my chair was moving a lot. So sorry about that background. I can hear my chair making all these movement whenever I move. So hopefully it's not going to be on this video. So that was my spiritual side. And then I had another spiritual father. I call him R.C. Blakes. Oh my days. If you're American and you're British or you speak English and you know about R.C. Blake, R.C. Blakes has been a father to me. I've got two fathers, Pastor de la Foi and R.C. Blakes. Both of them are my father, guys. He has been a life changer to my life. Only if they know their videos, how many people their videos actually helping and saving. He literally saved me from me watching his video. I knew about toxic characteristic, toxic personality, demonic spirit when it comes to in a relationship, when it comes to narcissistic. He goes by explaining narcissistic in the Bible content, knowing that narcissistic spirit or character existed and there's evidence of it existing in the Bible. So, and then he talked about how narcissistic characteristic is a spirit of Satan, because certain things that we don't know that is in us, which is a narcissistic trait, is in all of us. But when it becomes too much, you become like the trait of a narcissist, you need to know that's demonic spirit. So he talks about narcissistic in a spiritual way, being toxic in a spiritual way, being emotionally abusive to somebody in a spiritual way. So basically it talks about relationship, but in a spiritual way, like how God sees a relationship as a woman and a man being together. So if you don't know about R.C. Blakes and you want to heal from divorce or any dramatic experience you have experienced in any relationship, even friendship, he talks about it. So he's got two YouTube. One that he dedicate that channel for relationship, and then one he talks about just the spiritual side and relationship with God. So it's got two. It's been a blessing. So I've been watching him since 2021 to 2022, and then after my divorce I was watching him like mad. Whenever I felt down, whether I felt disgraced, disappointed, angry, all different emotion, I'll just put on R.C. Blakes, and sometimes I'll just put headphones on and fall asleep. And that's the same thing I was doing with Pastor de la Foi. Whenever he's preaching, I'll just put my headphones and I'll just listen until I fall asleep. And when I do that, guys, I have the most amazing dreams, and I feel like God comes and speaks to me more in my dreams whenever I do that. So there are the two. The other person that helped me when it comes to healing after my divorce was I'm saying that they're pronouncing her name as Dr. Remini. So when I googled it, they said Dr. Ramani, but they're saying Dr. Remini. So it's whether Remini or Ramani. So I'm thinking it is Remini. I'm absolutely wrong, but it's Dr. Remini. But I was pronouncing it Dr. Ramani. Typical me. She specialized in narcissistic behavior and traits. I've been watching her on YouTube. She has been a lifesaver, guys. I've been watching her going 2 years, and she has made so many things so clear to me that I didn't know. I couldn't put a word to it. But Dr. Ramani, guys, if you feel like you're in a toxic relationship, it could be narcissistic, go watch Dr. Romani. She will tell you the process of healing. She'll tell you where to start. She'll tell you everything about the shame. It's all about the shame when you live in such marriage. You feel so much shame, disappointment. She goes through everything. So guys, I have my spiritual fathers, and it's Pastor De La Foi and R.C. Blakes, and I have my therapist, Dr. Romani, on YouTube. So both of these three people, I watch them on YouTube. I haven't really paid for therapists. I feel like what I have right now is enough for me to heal. And like I said, I don't know how long my healing process is, but I'm in the journey, and I'm getting there, and it really is helping me, the step that I've taken. And these three people that I mentioned, they're helping me in so many ways. When you're healing after divorce, you will need the spiritual side of healing. So if you don't believe in God, you need it. And for me, luckily, I have a relationship with God, and I believe in Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I have Pastor De La Foi and I have R.C. Blakes. And then the physical side needs to be healed. The mental side, when I say physical, it's more the mental side, and that's Dr. Romani on YouTube. So I'm saying thank you for YouTube. Basically, I'm getting these therapists for free when some people are paying hundreds of dollars or hundreds of pounds, and I've got these three amazing people that God has introduced in my life. So number one, the first thing that divorce changed me and helped me heal is the word accountability. So accountability is the first step that made me heal. How did accountability make me heal? From my first video, I spoke about how I was feeling and why I got into the relationship I got into when I was early age. So accountability is making me realize why I got myself in that stage, what decision I made, and how did I make that decision, and how did that decision and then choices affected me, the consequences of that. That's me taking accountability for it. Because anybody that I allowed in my life to do anything to me that was toxic or negative or painful, I allowed it. I actually opened the door. They didn't come and force anything on me. I allowed it. And I'm looking at why did I allow that? Why did I consider that action or that behavior normal? And that's me taking accountability. Accountability makes me the victim. When I start blaming or only looking at that other person who did anything wrong to me and not looking at myself, allowing this to happen, I am a volunteer. Trust me, I am a volunteer than a victim. Volunteer is I allowed this person to happen because I wanted it to happen. I allowed this to happen because I'm enjoying it. But me becoming a victim and still being a victim, saying I allowed it to happen because it was my fault as well. The fault was this lack of knowledge, not maturing enough, not know where I'm going. But it does not mean that I am no longer the victim, I am the predator. No. Sometimes people think that taking accountability means that you're not the victim anymore. You are the abuser. But that's not the case. Taking accountability, it starts from the victim. It starts from the innocent person. That's why predators or abusers, they do not take accountability. They always think that they're the victim by not taking accountability, but they don't know being a victim, you need to be accountable for your behavior. That's what makes you a victim. So take that accountability, ladies. Do what I did. I pointed my finger at myself. Yes, I know I've acknowledged everything bad my ex has done to me. I've acknowledged that, but it's not going to make me move forward, and it's not going to change anything. What's going to change something is me taking accountability, the fact that you was not in a good place. You could have done better. What can you do next? And make sure this does not happen. Learn from it. Accountability makes you learn and move forward. That's what number one was, accountability. The next thing that made me move forward and heal is mindset. Why mindset? When I entered my relationship, I thought what I was thinking, that person's thinking the same way. The way I will love this person will love me. The way I respect that person, the person's going to respect me back. My moral is the same as that moral. Not knowing that everybody are brought up different. not knowing that everybody has their own journey, not knowing everybody that have their own belief, not knowing everybody that have their own spiritual journey, whatever they believe in, not knowing everybody that have their own spirit, whether it's evil, what is good, mindset, and understand that everybody has their own mindset and it equal to different understanding. Everybody has their own understanding and how they see things. Don't think if I see something this way, that means the person's going to see it that way. If I see something purple, that means the person's going to see it purple. I can literally see red, somebody else is seeing blue. So what changed me after my divorce and what made me move forward and heal is knowing that not everybody has the same mindset. Example, somebody can look at a pregnant woman and have empathy for that woman, and somebody can look at a pregnant woman just like normal as themselves. They can have empathy or not. A man can look at a pregnant woman and be like, oh, this woman's laying her life for me. She's sacrificing her life for me. She's going to bleed for me. So I can empathize with that. A man can look at a pregnant woman and feel nothing. And literally look at this woman as if she's the same as him. Will not see pregnancy as a big deal. But another man will. That's all on the mindset. Mindset also controls how you feel towards something, how you see something. You see it major or not. How would you picture your life with that person, whether they're friends with you or not? So one thing made me change after my divorce and healed me is everybody has different mindset, different belief. Some people don't believe that Christ should be in a relationship. Some people do. Some people, they think what I'm watching right now is not a big deal. It's not going to change anything. But somebody be like, what you're watching, it is a big deal. You're opening doors for the devil to come in because what you're watching is not pleasant to the eyes. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So mindset changed me. So I do not go in any relationship thinking somebody's thinking the same way as me. Everybody will see the same thing the way I'm seeing it. No. That's what changed me. Number 2. Next thing that changed me after my divorce and healed me is my emotional intelligence. I made sure that my emotional intelligence grows, increase, and able to control my emotion. If you watch my part 1 video, I said I was crying a lot instead of expressing and standing up to what I need to stand up to and saying no is a no. But instead, I will start talking to myself or I'll cry a lot. But now that I am where I am right now, I understand the importance of having emotional intelligence, able to control and express my emotion in a healthy way and create that safe ground for me. I'm going to make sure that I create the safe space. I'm going to create the safe space. I'm not going to wait for anybody else to create a safe place for me in order for me to express my feeling the way I need to express it. I'm going to create it myself. I think before I used to wait for it. I used to wait for you to create that safe place so I can tell you how I'm feeling. But no, I'm going to tell you how I feel. And if you ignore it, then I understand you're not the person for me. I'm going to walk away. That's what it is. Because I don't want to be in a space where when you pour out your emotion to me and you expect me to react a certain way and I don't, and then you still there. That's why I need to make sure that I need to be emotionally intelligent, not just about my emotion, the other person's emotion. I need to be able to read that person's emotion and be like, okay, Missi, Kalo, you need to back off. This person, you need to give them a long time. This person is struggling to express themselves. This person is hiding their emotion. I need to be able to read other people's emotion besides from reading my own emotion. And what took me so long to leave my relationship, my marriage, because I wasn't emotionally intelligent. You know, reciprocal is one emotions that I am watching out for, is one thing that I am working on, and is one of the big blue flag. I'm not even gonna say red, blue flag for me. When I'm showing you my emotion, I expect you to react the way I'm reacting to you. It's just like when I show you my emotion, meaning I'm loving you emotionally, I expect you to reciprocate that emotionally back, that love emotionally back to me. If it's not reciprocated the way I want it to be reciprocated, then I know this is not going to work. Because emotionally intelligent will tell you everything that it should be reflected back on you, reciprocated back. It will tell you that. And if you're not getting the healthy reciprocation, then no, you need to walk away. So this is what is making me heal. I'm healing on my emotional intelligence. I'm understanding how God wants me to control my emotions and be careful who I let in my emotion. As women, we're very, very emotional. We're very, very emotional being. And that's one gift God has given us women. So I'm going to make sure that I protect it. I'm not going to allow anybody to emotionally destroy me, emotionally damage me. That's why I need to make sure I'm emotionally intelligent, so I can be aware of any red flags. Because being emotionally intelligent, you will know every red, blue, green flags. You will know that. So that's one thing that healed me, to understand that I needed to work on my emotional intelligence, and also I'm working on it now. I know when to give somebody space when they're feeling down. I know how to show empathy towards somebody. I know how to connect with somebody emotionally. I know how to try and be intimate with somebody. Intimacy in a relationship is very important. That's what is going to make a relationship last. That's how some people, they can break up and come back together, because they've got that intimacy. They're emotionally connected to one another. The man is emotionally intelligent, the woman is emotionally intelligent. That's what is keeping them together. They're emotionally intelligent. That's one thing I'm working on, and that's one thing's helping me heal. So developing emotional intelligence has helped me to grow my maturity, and I am more mature in many areas. I'm dealing with people more effectively in the ground that I need them to be. I'm able to be in the same level with that person, and that's maturity. I'm able to show understanding. I'm able to show patience. I'm able to show my intelligence and my wisdom, and that is through emotional intelligence. So I'm becoming more mature in my emotional way, and that's helping me, and that's something I didn't have. I can dismiss somebody if I feel like you're not listening to me emotionally. I can just dismiss you, but I'm trying to find other way to give other people grace, not just to dismiss somebody, to make sure I'm understanding, like, okay, this person, what type of level of maturity this person have, or what kind of level of emotional intelligence this person have, and how can I deal or interact or communicate with that person. And that's what emotional intelligence has done to me and helped me heal. So another factor that helped me heal and changed me after my divorce is looking back of my relationship with my parents. After my divorce, I analysed what I needed to analyse. The abandonment issue. How was my life growing up with my father? My father was a funny person, like very, very funny. He used to make me laugh, but that's all I had. He was a funny person that made me laugh. I needed more, so I made a list, or I was thinking of things that I was missing when it comes to my relationship with my father, and see other ways that I can try and gain that back, because he's not here anymore. Because my father's not here anymore, so I need to find other ways I can fill in these gaps that was missing, but not find it into a man, not look for a man to actually fulfill these gaps that my dad didn't fulfill for me. So the other ways I can fulfill this, I found out, is through Jesus Christ. God is my father. Now that he has taken away my physical father, he is my spiritual father. So God has replaced my father with R.C. Blake's and Pastor de la Foi. They are my fathers. When I feel like, as a woman, how is it to talk to a man? I don't know how to talk to a man. I don't know how to interact with a man that is beyond sexual. Let me just say that, beyond the bedroom. How can I go about doing that? I will put on R.C. Blake's. It will explain how a woman, she can attract a man, be around a man, speak to a man, show respect to a man. So R.C. Blake's is there for me. Okay, the spiritual side of a man. How can I make sure that I can still be with a man and also worship God and show my relationship with God, still be connected with God, be spiritually connected with God? And I've got also R.C. Blake's, and I've got Pastor de la Foi that talks about your relationship with God. Even if you're married, don't abandon God. How can I go about doing that? So they're showing me the gaps that my dad left out, the father and daughter love. How can I fulfill that? I am fulfilling that with the love of God, Christ. So, and also I looked at my relationship with my mom, how her sickness affected me, how I couldn't get that motherly love, I couldn't get the advice that I needed, and also culture is a barrier to my mom. I'm not gonna lie, she's very old school, traditional, and there's a lot of toxic advice that I know I can't take from my mom, and I know that she will not see it toxic. It's everything she has known. She doesn't know any, I can't say know any better. For her, that is better. She doesn't know anything that will tell her that is not healthy, that is toxic. So what she says, what she sees it as healthy. And even if I tell her that it's not, she wouldn't understand because she's been brought up that way. There's a saying, they say that you cannot teach your old dog new tricks. Does anybody know about that? There is a saying that you cannot really teach an old dog new tricks. So I understand that. So I needed to make a list or observe my mum, which I always do, and what she says about my past relationship or my marriage or myself, and then take out the toxic one and keep the healthy one, and make sure that I understand where she's coming from, and also the distance that sickness that she had created, because she's very well now. She's very well now. She's healthy and she's doing very well. She's not sick anymore. But I'm saying the time that she was, how did this sickness became a barrier between me and my mom, because I didn't learn the things that I needed to learn as a woman. So I lacked many area. But luckily for me, I have my older sisters there that we go back and forth. Whatever knowledge she gains, she gives me. Whatever knowledge I gain, I give her. And also I've got my YouTube family. I go and check out other women, what they're saying, how their relationship was with their mom, how it was, bad, now it's gone good, what they were missing, now how did they, get it back. And also Jesus Christ, I'm not gonna lie, Jesus Christ is my mother as well. Aside from Jesus being my father, he's also my mother. He's been there from day one. He knew all of this that is happening to me. He knew it's gonna happen. He knew from day one, your mom's gonna get sick, your mom's gonna get sick, your dad's not gonna be around. He knew all this. God knew all this that's gonna happen. He knew that this is the person that you're gonna pick because of abandonment issue, because of trauma, because of all of that. This is the person you're gonna meet, and this is the ending of it. And now you're in a new chapter, and this chapter you've included me. I'm not gonna leave you. This is all God's plan. The devil thought that he put me in the path to destroy me, but God knew to the fact that he went to the devil, you do what you want to do. Introduce her to the people that you want to introduce. Introduce her to the things that you want to introduce. I'm going to fold my hand and I'm going to see how it's going to play out. So the devil thinks he has won when he put me on all this path. But God knew that at the end, she's going to be mine. But I'm not going to say anything. You think that you have won, but you have not won, Missi Kalo. That's how it is with the Bible when it comes to the story of Job. Job got tested by Satan, and it was from the permission of Christ. God allowed it. God actually looked for Satan. Satan didn't look for God. God said, Satan, did you see my servant Job? I want you to test him. So imagine the devil is not even looking for Job, because he knows that I cannot touch Job, because Job is all protected by God, protected by the blood of God, protected by the Spirit of God. He knew that he couldn't come and touch him. So before the devil can even touch Job, God had to literally remove all his blessing, remove all his protection, remove all his blood away from Job, so the devil can come, because God's blood is very powerful. Anything will come. The blood of Jesus or the blood of God is always there to protect you. God had to literally remove his spirit, remove his protection from Job, so Satan can come. And I feel like that's the same with me. He had to remove himself, remove his protection, remove, so the devil can come in and do what he has to do. But the devil is thinking he has won. But God knew the end result. That's the thing about the God that I serve. He sees the now, the past, and the future. He sees everything. But the devil sees the now and the past. He knows about the past and he knows about the present, but he never knows about the future. God knows about the past, the present, and the future. So God knew that do this, what you need to do, but I know where you're going to take my daughter. And I know what this trauma or this pain is going to do to her. I know what this divorce is going to do to her. It's going to make her grow. It's going to see things in a better way. Because what she was seeing as paradise, God, I'm going to show Missi Kalo that was not paradise. She didn't need it. It's something that I want her to be in, but it's something that she doesn't need. What she needs is her own identity. She knows where she's going. She knows her purpose. And everything she needs to do, I need to be part of it. Because my journey with me will be safer. That's what God was saying to me. See what it is. So I looked at my relationship with my mom and dad. I looked at what was healthy, what was unhealthy, and I identified it and I removed it. And also what I looked at and what helped me heal and change me after my divorce is the word sacrifice. I needed to go back and remember who sacrificed their life for me, and it's only Christ, nobody else. I was sacrificing so much in the beginning of my marriage, my relationship. I sacrificed so much in my marriage. So I'm very careful who I let in my life and who I make sure that I sacrifice. That's what changed me. And that's what is healing me. The only sacrifice I should be doing right now is through God. Sacrificing everything through God. And through my sacrifice, God will present the person that can sacrifice so much for me as well. Because God can see the sacrifice I am putting towards Him. The sacrifice can be in many forms, in many ways. The sacrifice can be, I sacrifice my marriage so I can be in this path. I let it go so I can be in this path. That's one of the sacrifice. The sacrifice can be, I let go of certain people in my family. I let go of certain friends because it wasn't healthy for me. I had to let go and sacrifice that. That relationship has to go. If it's toxic, it's toxic. If it's not for me, it's not for me. I sacrifice that. Sacrifice could be as well, I'm putting other things ahead of, things that I shouldn't be putting first. For example, I am sacrificing, I make sure that what I sacrifice, for example, I make sure what I sacrifice is worth it. So I sacrifice for my children, I sacrifice for my job, I sacrifice for my career, and I sacrifice for my relationship with God. So I'm not going to just start sacrificing so quick for something I do not know if it's for me. So the word sacrifice, I needed to investigate that, I needed to learn it, and I needed to understand, why did Jesus sacrifice for me in the first place? So my sin can be forgiven. So I had to go deep. I'll have to go deep on that. Somebody's willing to bleed for my sin. I haven't got anybody else there beside from God, beside from God. And I'm very grateful for God for sacrificing His own life so my sin can be forgiven. He came down as a human form to prove that I'm the only person on this earth coming down as a human earth and give my life for you, Missi Kalo. Nobody else will do it. Nobody else will do it. I will. And if anybody doing it, they're doing it for selfish reason. I'm doing it for your full forgiveness and for you to enter heaven and have eternal life. So sacrifice is one of the topic that I researched and helped me heal. And sacrifice led to my relationship with God. I looked at how my relationship with God was in the beginning. And I was going to church for the sake of going to church. I wasn't going to church to build this effective and efficient relationship with God. I wasn't really doing that. And now I understand the importance of communicating with God. Everything I do, I need to make sure I consult in Him. Allowing any man in my life, I need to make sure I speak to God about it. And God has many ways of showing me that this person is not for you. Yeah, so I needed to make sure that my relationship with God was clean, was unique, it was wonderful, it's never forced. I function by how I feel with God that day. I feel God. I feel that day. It doesn't mean that one day I'll hate God. No, it just means one day I just don't want to talk. One day I'm feeling down, and that's emotion. And that's emotion that I'm allowed to feel. I'm allowed to feel down. I'm allowed to feel angry. It's emotion that God has created me. And if God says, let me give her space, God will give me the space. But he was always going to come back, and I know I'm always going to come back. There will be no way God's going to separate me from him. I'm not going to separate myself from God. It's just know your space with God. Just know that whenever you feel like you don't want to pray, you don't want to go to church, just know that God still has your back. He has not given up on you. He has not left you. Don't feel guilty in any way. Just remember, always go back to him. Listen to his words, and God will open the path to many roads that you need. It will open doors, in many doors that you need. The blessing is always going to be there, and he's going to protect you from every plan of the Satan. Yeah, so these are the things that made me heal, and I'm going to continue to develop and grow and change after my divorce, and continue to heal. The good thing is I'm not in a point where I'm thinking all men are the same. I hate a man. If I need to date, I will date, but I'm just so wise now. I'm not letting marriage get to me. I've already been there, done that. Even if I don't marry again, it's not gonna destroy my life, make me less valuable, lose my value in any way. As long as I'm a single woman, respecting the value that I have, knowing what I can bring in the table, knowing what I can give to a man, that's the most important thing. I know I can bring a lot. Because I know I can bring a lot, and if that man does not exist, I have not come across that man, cool. There's so many ways I can enjoy life. There's so many differences I can make in my life and other people's life. So that's the most important thing. Okay guys, thank you for watching my my part 2, how I changed after my divorce, and also how I healed after my divorce. Remember guys, when I'm talking right now, I haven't written anything. So things are just coming in and out of my head. But thank you for all the people that have subscribed to my channel. It's been a blessing. And if you have watched this video and you love yourself some Missi Kalo, don't forget to click that subscribe button. And I would like to hear your thoughts. How did you manage to heal after your divorce? Are you still healing? What process are you taking? What have you learned? What are you still learning? Please comment. I would love to hear your thoughts. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye bye.